purple trim, black pants, Arrowhead in their visiting red jerseys.
Very bright red.
Good morning, hockey fans. Welcome
Tom
to
Bennett,
the
longtime
2017
announcer here
Boys State
for the state hockey tournament. About ready to introduce the teams.
Today's game is between the Warhawks of Arrowhead.
See as I look off here to the left, Bill, I see that Waukesha brought quite contingency this year. Much bigger than last year.
Wow, Arrowhead brought some fans too. There were several buses back there when we were coming in.
These are two teams that play in the Classic 8 Conference and are very familiar with each other. In fact, this is how even they are. Waukesha won the matchup 3-1, but they both tied for conference championship. So
Waukesha lost to somebody else during the season?
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't seen Arrowhead play because they really didn't venture out of the Milwaukee area very often. We did see Waukesha. I saw Waukesha a couple of times. Saw them beat Neenah in one of our games of the week.
Yep.
You saw them several times.
Yes, I did. And
in Waukesha, Ian Malcolmson, their leading scorer, also Player of the Year in the state of Wisconsin.
It was a very, very close vote between the top two, but
they weren't here yet.
Was able to win it. Also, he does have a supporting cast around him. It's just not Ian Malcolmson. I've got Garrett and Wyatt Wilderman. Another Garrett Larson is the
Garrett
goaltender.
Larson's fine goaltender.
Yeah. And Chad Larson is his brother. And a number of these guys, you'll hear their names being called today. Well, when you listen to Arrowhead Tom Bennett read off the Arrowhead assistant coaches, there's some real familiar names up there.
Well, yeah, there's enough of them.
Yeah. Well, you heard Nick Cohn. We're all familiar with Nick Cohn.
And our pal Jeff Roshan, who is a statistics geek, we should say.
He brings his A game every day when it comes to statistics. Nick Salosinski, I remember that name. Randy Cohn just so happened to be Nick Cohn's dad, but he still helps out. But Waukesha is coached by Raja Aylesworth, and I kind of got a thing for Raj because Raj came from Beloit Memorial High School. We're alumni from the same school. We're from that side of the tracks. But he's got some assistant coaches on there that have really put together a great team this year. It's no mistake that they're here. One of them that's been kind of key this year is John Breimer coming in. John Breimer last couple of years been coach for KMMO, so he's very, very familiar with Arrowhead in the Classic 8 Conference. Breimer coached here a couple of years ago with KMMO when they made the state tournament. Dave Kupski over there. And Dale McFarland.
Assistant coaches David Kupski, Dale McFarland, Paul Alatalo, and John
Alatalo. All right, teams have been announced. And we're going to get the national anthem here, and we'll get started, so sit tight a second.
Do we have a band to play the national anthem? Arrowhead's band is here, yes.
You know, Bill, in the last couple of years that we've been here, other than last year for the girls' first game on Friday, this is one of the bigger quarterfinal games that we got the chance to see in terms of fans. Both these schools brought a lot of people.
Yeah, there were multiple buses out there in the parking lot unloading as we got in.
And you know, of course, the kids are going to want to get in, get an opportunity to get out of school.
Yeah, that's why the Friday or Thursday day games probably have the best attendance.
They had the best
because they got a school they got out of school to come here.
Unless you're one of those kids that just doesn't like to miss school and got perfect attendance or something and don't want to mess that up.
Throughout the year, the WIAA and Rural Mutual
We're looking here.
Seek to find those schools and communities that demonstrate.
Right, West Salem's their boys hockey team, who we'll see a little bit later on today, coming down to watch the game. Eric Borey's put together a very nice team this year.
Let's see if your school can become the next winner of the WIAA and Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award.
All right, everybody's got their helmets back on. Everything's all set. Opening game of the 2017 state tournament.
Ian Malcolmson in the face-off circle for Waukesha against Jackson Carr. Warhawks get it in the offensive zone, though. Poked it near point. Warhawks send it right back in defensively. Waukesha send it back in the offensive end. And on the chase, there's Chad Larson, number 19. And then up along the end boards. This is an Arrowhead defense that's very good, very talented on the back end. With Garrett Larson playing goal, don't be surprised as this is a pretty tight game. These two teams have got defense. Shot there, that one gets knocked down. That shot taken there by Arrowhead's Dylan Cox. Near boards, played out, and up ahead. Here comes Waukesha on the offensive zone. Shot there, save made there. That was Brendan Swords getting a shot off there. And it comes back out to center ice. Warhawks will regroup. Right inside their zone. This one going back into the Waukesha zone. Wings back to get it. Coming here near side into the corner. And there's Isaiah Dietrich, number 13. And Waukesha able to clear the zone, play it out to center ice. Nobody there for Waukesha. Now they just forced to dump it in. And the Warhawks will pick it up and come back the other way. Get to the Waukesha blue line and dump back out. This is going to go all the way down, and they're going to call icing and a face-off back in the Waukesha zone. We're scoreless, not even 2 minutes in.
Really?
Jackson Carr and Malcolmson on the faceoff. Puck being held up by Arrowhead in the offensive zone. Warhawks, that's Carr with it. Carr falls down, no call. And they come back the other way. Back the other way, this is Trenton Tucker. Tucker dumps it in deep, down there on the chase for for Waukesha's Chad Larson. We're still early on in this game, no score between Arrowhead and Waukesha. Warhawks glove it down in the defensive zone. I'll try to get into the offensive zone. Get it into the far corner. Picked up by the Wings. Wings will pick it up near side. That's Ben Shepard, 21. Goes back around Garrett Larson. Far corner. Arrowhead able to get to the puck. Now battle going on along the boards. Racing over there is Connor Crook. That one's cleared out and taken away. Sent back into the neutral zone where Arrowhead had to regroup. Dump it in. Garrett Larson has it, and he's going to be content to hold on. Exactly 3 minutes gone here in the first period. We're scoreless here.
Yeah. That hurt. How's that?
Ouch.
Yeah, sorry, I won't do that again.
And a face-off here at the near circle in the Waukesha zone.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. Oh, that went
restored.
higher.
On the face-off, they're able to get the puck to the net. Larson loves it, and we'll have another draw.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm playing on the controls here. We haven't done this in a couple of years.
No, it's been a while. Face-off. Shot right off the draw. Garrett Larson has to make a big stop. Puck comes here into the near corner. Wilderman plays it out. And it comes back in. Arrowhead sends it back in and comes with the forecheck. Puck kicked loose. And played around. And picked up now. Up the boards near side. Up ahead, Wilderman able to chip it into the offensive zone. And the Warhawks quickly back to pick it up. Far side, here comes Arrowhead into the offensive zone. Centering pass, that goes a little bit too far. Now a big pile in front of the net as everybody's trying to make some space or clear some space. Shot blocked and cleared back out. Arrowhead has to come out and reset. Waukesha regroups. That goes off a skate. Arrowhead able to pick it up. Waukesha looked like they were going to head off on a change, but they have to stay out there. Play back out to the point. Far side shot. That's going to go up and out of play. 12:41 left here in the first. We're still scoreless. Bill, one thing I've noticed is neither team, I think Arrowhead, I should say, has had more of an opportunity to set up their offense. Waukesha has been able to dump it in, but really not been able to set up the offense at this point. Shot there. That one just goes wide to Garrett Larson. He didn't see that till the last moment. Into the near corner. Malcolmson picks it up. Clear back out. Cross ice, Trenton Tucker. Here's Tuck over the line. His shot. That's gloved and held on to there. Tucker, hat trick during the sectional final game against Beloit. Arrowhead running with goaltender Peter Genetempo, a junior. As Arrowhead's defensive zone is at our far end here from our point at the Coliseum. Waukesha able to hold it in. Genetempo sees the puck jumping high into the air by his net, and he gloves it. It's going to hold on, force a face-off in his zone. Shots 3-2 so far. Arrowhead with the advantage. And the Wings are able to win the face-off in the offensive zone. Played around here into the near corner. Push back out behind the net, now back into the corner again on the near side. Arrowhead trying to clear it out. Pop fly this one over the defense. Arrowhead going to change on the fly here, while Waukesha tries to dump it back into the offensive zone. That's knocked down and picked up defensively by the Wings. Arrowhead dumps it in, but have to clear the zone. His car was in too far. This one's knocked down, getting into the offensive zone. Was Waukesha, player tripped. Warhawks able to play it back in. I guess if you mix Arrowhead and Warhawks, you can get Warheads. Near side, picked up. Malcolmson sends it rink wide, tries to get it to Tucker. Tucker can't get the puck to settle down. Arrowhead tries to regroup. They get it into the offensive zone. Taken away there, Malcolmson. Malcolmson up the left side. In at the circle. Shot, save, rebound, comes back out. Covered up, comes loose. Goes over into the corner. Playing back around. Far side, held in, far point. Shot put on there. Genetempo makes a stop. Back out to the point. We come back out, and it's cleared out of the zone.
Yeah, it'll be icing. Yeah, Genetempo tried. He got that shot by Malcolmson. He tried to cover it, but it was just a little bit beyond his reach. Oh. Yeah, MJ just got a tackle out of it.
The WIAA membership requires good sportsmanship and
just out of his reach, and the puck was loose. A little battle for it there, but
attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege.
Nothing much happening. Oh, we have a little commercial break right now.
And respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance,
this is where we're supposed to thank our sponsors, but I don't think we have any sponsors this year because we didn't realize. Well, we didn't know until the sectional finals, who would be playing. And I think every other game has
at least one radio station.
Yeah, radio station, or Bayport will be streaming on the interwebs. Everybody else has games covered. The only thing is if Sun Prairie beats Bayport, then the Sun Prairie game and the winner of this game tomorrow won't have a broadcast. We'll be back on the air live for that one.
In living color. All right, face-off's going to go back into the Arrowhead zone. Warhawks try to send it up the far side. Back out at center ice, picked up. Try to dump it back in. Arrowhead rejects that one like a bad penny. Sent back in now. Waukesha's going to get a change, going to get a new forward line out there. Put on some pressure. Arrowhead able to not clear it, and it's picked up. Here's a shot attempt there, save made by Genetempo on that shot there. That was Wilderman, Garrett Wilderman. Arrowhead, Waukesha has 3 pairs of brothers on this team. The Wildermans, the Dietrichs, and the Larsons.
She's saying it's a family affair.
Well, pretty much. This one going all the way back in behind the Waukesha net. Arrowhead coming down to pick it up. That's Patrick Burgess, number 5. Also helping out down there, Ben Beversdorf, 41. Held in, puck knocked down in the slot and cleared back out. Trying to clear it out. This puck's turned over. Now taken away there. And cleared out. Picked up by Kevin Broda. Broda had a big goal in the sectional final. And Arrowhead starts it out into the neutral zone. Get in over the line, shot. Larson scoops that one easily to the glass. Played back up. Wilderman a little bit too far from him. Arrowhead defense will take over. Now back to Wilderman. Gets held up at the point. Puck turned over. Shot attempt there. That one goes wide. Puck rings all the way out. Here comes Tucker. Tucker trying to get the corner on the defense. Tucker, backhander, misses the net. Goes into the near corner. Wings pick it up. Recycle it right back down low. Malcolmson, Tucker, and Larson still out there for Waukesha. Shot attempt there. Save made there by Genetempo. Back out to the left wing side. Look for a deflection in front. That doesn't go. Arrowhead picks it up. They get in over the line. Lose the puck there. That was Schlensog. And the Warhawks will try it again. Shot attempt there. They centered it towards the net looking for a deflection. Nothing there. Malcolmson plays it back out. Tucker gets a piece of that one, dumps it into the offensive zone. And new forward line coming out for Waukesha. 7:27 left here in the first. We're still scoreless. Shots are 5-4 Arrowhead. Waukesha picks it up. Wings clear it back out. Now try to pop fly that one out of the zone. Warhawks intercept and knock it down. Get it back into the offensive zone. Now the Warhawks are going to go ahead and get a man off. Going to get a quick change on one of their forwards. And here comes Wyatt Wilderman down the near side. Wilderman looks for a deflection in front. Genetempo able to clear that one away. There's another one centered. Knocked away.
And Arrowhead looks to clear it out. Here they come into the offensive zone. Nice little play there. Get it to the net. Don't get it. And picked up by Wilderman. Here comes Wilderman back the other way. Wilderman over the line. Gets it in back behind the net. Continues to chase. Held in. Shot. Attempt there. Save. Rebound comes back out. Still loose. Puck still being poked at and now covered up. There by Jenna Tempo.
That was the first real scoring opportunity for either team. Waukesha able to get the puck to the net. Jenna Temple not able to cover it, and a little bit of a battle, but his defenseman did a good job of not allowing Waukesha to get at that puck and put it in, just tying up guys in front, actually knocking a couple guys down in front of the net. But the first real opportunity so far.
Live streams of state quarterfinals and semifinals when you subscribe to the NFHS network. Go to www.nfhsnetwork.com.
Yeah, they just showed the replay on the overhead scoreboard, and actually there was a rebound. Jenna Temple made the first stop. The rebound came in. He got it with his arm.
WIAA is seeking men and women interested in sports and being involved with young student athletes. You can make a positive contribution to communities and schools by becoming a WIAA licensed official. To learn more on how to become a licensed official for any sport, contact the WIAA by email at info@wiaawi.org.
Off the face-off, the puck's picked up by Arrowhead in their own zone. And we got a penalty coming up, and it's going to be, well, maybe a penalty. We got a high stick call. Okay, it's going to be puck play with a high stick. We're going to have a face-off in the Arrowhead zone again. 6:11 left in the first, still scoreless. Malcolmson in on the draw for Waukesha. Able to win it back. Shot attempt there, goes wide. Going into the near corner. Can't hold it in at the point. This one's cleared out. Arrowhead with an opportunity. This is Carr. Centering there. Shot, save made there by Larson. Puck still loose. Bouncing around in the crease. Now out to the slot. This one's going to clear the zone. Arrowhead now dumps it in, and they got a touch up. Cleared up ahead by Broda, and cleared back out. So Waukesha dodges one there. Lead goes a little bit too far. Arrowhead will send it right back in. Centering pass, trying to clear it out. That was knocked down. Malcolmson plays that one up in the air. Far boards. Now Broda. Try to clear it out, still held it at the point. Larson kicks one too wide. Try to clear this one out at the point. That's being held in. Broda to the puck. Can't get it to Tucker. Here's a shot attempt there. That bounces wide to Larson. And picked up now, and here comes Chad Larson. Just set it into the Arrowhead zone, trying to catch Waukesha on a change. Arrowhead tried to get it right back and dump it right back in. Our side. Puck being poked at. Now finally gets out of the zone. Picked up by Malcolmson. Here comes Ian. Sends it cross ice. Send it through to Chad Larson. Larson tried to split two defenders but couldn't control the puck. Over into the near corner. Try to hold it in at the point. Send it right back down low. Puck bouncing around. This one's going to go all the way down. I believe this is going to be icing, and it will. 4:21 left in the first. Shots even at 7. Score even at 0.
Yeah, a good opportunity for Arrowhead a couple minutes ago. They came down in a 2-on-1. Nice drop pass into the slot. Larson, big pad save on that one. Probably the best scoring chance of the game for either team so far.
And one of the things I've noticed, Bill, is when you get shots down here at the close end we're at, that puck, once it hits off the bottom part of the boards, that puck really bounces out. Netminders and defensemen got to be aware of that, because a charging forward can pick that up quickly. Far side, in the Arrowhead zone, Warhawks with the puck. Try to clear it out. Now picked up by Jackson Carr. Played up ahead. Get into the Waukesha zone. Wings pick it up. Puck knocked loose. Arrowhead trying to get possession in the slot. That one maybe got deflected in front. That skipped well wide. Held in near point. Shot there. Larson save. Rebound Larson, another save. And another one that goes wide. Larson has lost his stick behind the net. Shot attempt there. That one blocked, and it goes up and out of play.
Quick feet for Garrett Larson. He made that first stop, and the rebound came right back out in front, and he was able to get the legs split out and stop that second shot with the leg pad again. Very quick feet.
He's only a sophomore too, Bill. I mean, he's pretty talented.
On the WIAA State Television Network and are streamed live on the internet on the network stations.
You don't think some of these teams, after playing all season, where they hurry up and drop the puck again, kind of look forward to these media timeouts?
I don't think any players look forward to these little breaks. They want to go.
Give Waukesha another chance to get Malcolmson and Larson and Tucker back out there. Warhawks had some nice pressure there with Jackson Carr. Now, it's my first time seeing Jackson Carr. So far, he's a pretty good player. Beversdorf in to take the draw against Malcolmson again. Faceoff is controlled now by Arrowhead in the Waukesha zone. Try to wheel it back out to the point. Beversdorf tries to get there. Malcolmson steals the puck from him. Here comes Malcolmson. Tries to dump it around the defense. Gets around one man. Arrowhead defense able to shut him down. Bring it back out the other way. Here comes Arrowhead into the offensive zone. Arrowhead tries to play it back. Clear it out now. Tucker knocks it down. Tucker got Malcolmson along with him. Back along the end boards. Arrowhead defense. Tormalis then sends it around. Elijah Tormala, senior defenseman. He's a good one.
I think he was a player of the week.
Yes, he was.
1 week for us, as was Ian Malcolmson.
No, Ian's sister was. Ian was last year. Ian's sister was week 1 this year for the girls. Arrowhead pushes it into the offensive zone. Try to play it up the wall, knocked down there. Warhawks able to dump it back in behind Broda. Broda sends it around to the near side. That one's picked up by Garrett Wilderman. Played cross ice. Here's Tucker. Tucker into the offensive zone. The shot goes wide. Tucker, also another sophomore on this Waukesha team. Dumped in. Arrowhead goes back and picks it up. This one's going to go all the way down. This is going to be icing. And a faceoff's going to come back into the Arrowhead zone. 1:43 left in the first. We're still scoreless.
Yeah, one scoring chance for Waukesha. A couple of good opportunities for Arrowhead. Arrowhead seems to be taking control more as this period progresses.
Face-off in the Arrowhead zone. Waukesha able to get a shot off. That one was knocked down. Trickled in and covered up there. We'll face off once again. Right in front of the Arrowhead fans. And there's a lot of them. Puck played around. Far side in the Arrowhead zone. Warhawks have it. And this one's going to go all the way down wide to Larson, and another icing. Waukesha is going to come with a different forward line. Arrowhead's going to stay with what they got. Malcolmson out on the ice. Off the face-off, that one just misses the top corner in the Arrowhead zone by the net. Far side, wow, that one just kind of whizzed by the net. Larson bottled up back behind the net. Now puck loose in front. Save made there. That was Jenna Temple making a nice stop.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Under a minute to go in the first. Larson pushes that one aside as Arrowhead pushes into the zone. No penalties so far in this period. Get it down low. Another big save made there on Carr. Loose by the side of the net. We got a stick on the ice, and this one's going to go back into the Arrowhead zone. Waukesha going to get a line change. This one sent all the way back in, wide to Jenna Temple. He steers it back behind his net. Into the offensive zone for Arrowhead. Rhoda plays it up ahead. That's kicked down, back out near center ice. Arrowhead tries to recycle quick. Get into the zone. That shot's knocked down, still loose. Gonna go over far boards and cleared out, and that'll do it for the first period. Shots 11-8 favoring Arrowhead, but we're still scoreless. Bill, your thoughts after the first period?
Well, they started out pretty much back and forth, and then, like I said, as about midway through the period, Arrowhead started to get a little more control, able to control the puck a little bit longer in the Waukesha zone and get some good opportunities there. Waukesha, when they get the puck down into the Arrowhead zone, they really haven't had a chance to really establish, any sustained pressure in the zone. But Arrowhead is able to get a little more going on down in the Waukesha end.
Well, these two teams will see what adjustments they make. After one period, we're scoreless between Waukesha and Arrowhead. We'll be back for the second period here on WisconsinPrepHockey.net.
Thank you.
Hey, we're back.
Back, both teams.
No,
Not
neither
back
team's
on the
back.
ice yet.
We're back. The teams aren't.
Coaches are back.
No officials.
Carl Valamont over there on the Arrowhead bench. Won a state title here in 2009. Got a runner-up in 2005 against Superior.
Bill, you remember that first line he had back in 2009?
They were good.
Holy jumping. David Clark, Brian Berger, Connor McBride.
They put up some points.
Yeah.
Of course, they've got some good scoring on this team, too. Jackson Carr and Caleb Beaversdorf. Elijah Torbala gets a lot of assists from his defensive spot.
Here comes Arrowhead.
Just posted a picture on our Facebook, Wisconsin Prep Hockey Facebook page of Genetempo dodging a bullet. That puck that we commented, where he made the stop and then tried to pounce on the rebound and was not able to get to it. And Ian Malcolmson right there, but also not able to get a handle on that puck. That was the best opportunity for Waukesha. Arrowhead has had a couple of good opportunities.
You don't want to leave too many loose pucks there with Ian Malcolmson right there.
And here we go.
Puck dropped. We're underway here. Start the second. Waukesha's defensive zone to our far end now. And here comes Waukesha back up into the offensive zone. Try to get a shot off there. That was Chad Larson. Goes here into the corner. Try to tuck it in the side of the net. Finally covered up there. And a face-off coming in the Arrowhead zone as Genetempo had to hold tight onto that post.
Yeah, Malcolmson stepping out from behind the net, trying to sneak one inside the post.
Get the shots now. 9-9.
Okay, apparently they adjusted the shots during the intermission.
Making everything even. All right, 9-9. And here comes Arrowhead back the other way. Arrowhead, this is Caleb Beversdorf. Gets it into the offensive zone. Can't hold it in there. It's Garrett Wilderman able to chip it back out into the Arrowhead zone.
Picking it up now. Arrowhead.
Run around the boards. Waukesha able to hold it in. Shot attempt. Nope, that one goes wide. Try to dump it back down low. This one's going to clear out of the zone.
Waukesha will have to go back and pick it up.
Held in by Malcolmson. Malcolmson dumps it back down low. Larson to Malcolmson. Shot. Save made there. And it's going to be all the way down. It's going to be
That was a quick shot by Malcolmson from in the slot. Pass from behind the net. He just got a one-timer off quickly, and Genetempo quick to drop down and get the pad out in front of that one.
Malcolmson, of course, the shameless plug, tendered by the Janesville Jets in the North American Hockey League. And we'll be seeing him in a couple weeks once the TW season ends. Young man, they're very high on there, and really got a bright future ahead of him.
Up ahead, here comes Arrowhead.
This is Schlensong. Schlensong's shot goes wide. Wraparound centered out front. Save made there. Another save made. And that's held on to there by Garrett Larson. Bill, that's the boards down there where we've seen many bounces over the years. Right there by the Zamboni entrance. Hit right in that corner, and they've come right back out on the net.
And that one did bounce right back out in front. Larson able to I think he got 2 or 3 saves out of that little sequence.
Arrowhead with an offensive zone faceoff. Faceoff won by Arrowhead. Warhawks hold it in. Play back out to the point. Shot through traffic deflection. Rebound doesn't get there. And covered up by Larson. Nice stop by Garrett Larson.
Nice redirect out in front of the net.
Yes.
One of those shot passes, where you put it fairly hard shot just a little bit wide of the net at your guy in front and he redirects it.
Just like that. Just over 2 minutes here into the second. We're still scoreless. There's a shot attempt. That's blocked. Arrowhead defense got to get back and get that. Wilderman was quickly getting back there. That was Garrett. And cleared back out, picked up by Waukesha. Shot attempt there. That one goes wide. That was Benjamin Sorge. There's a shot that gets knocked down. Arrowhead not letting Wilderman get to the puck. Dump back in. Back in behind the Waukesha net. Wyatt Wilderman. Pop flies it out. Warhawks send it into the near corner. Going to change defensively. And near side. Here comes the wings. Wilderman just a little bit too far from him. Arrowhead's going to pick it up and come back the other way. Shot there. That never got to the net. Playing back around. Waukesha on the breakout. Lead goes a little bit too far. And dumped right back in. Scrumming it up along the end boards. Into the Warhawk offensive zone. And we got our first penalty of the game. Going to be a slashing call. It's going to be on Arrowhead. And I see the old Carl Valamont rule stands true. Penalty.
Just get to the box.
Just get to the box. Seen Carl over there applauding, so he's probably happy about that too.
Connor Kruk.
Time of the penalty, 3:29.
So Waukesha on the power play now. First team to go on the power play. Malcolmson out here, near side. Tried to center that one in front. Had a man there. That was Broda. Couldn't get him the puck. Arrowhead tries to send a man up ahead of the play. Chad Larson shot. That one deflected in front. Just misses the back post. Tried to play this one out. Malcolmson was intercepted. And Malcolmson will go back and get it now. Arrowhead new PKers. And Waukesha comes into the offensive zone. Well, Malcolmson gets it back far side. Gives it off. And this one's going to go up and out of play.
Yeah, Waukesha had a good chance on that initial sequence in the power play. Made a shot from the face-off dot left side right in front of us here across. Another one of those shot passes where he aimed at his guy on the back door. Arrowhead defense able to break it up.
Off the face-off, comes back in, shot. Jenna Temple's got to cover that one. That one made it through traffic. Funny thing is, Bill, this is the first power play for both teams. And you're wondering if a power play goal is maybe one of the things that may determine this game, because it don't look like neither team's going to really give a whole lot. Another shot there, Jenna Tempo plays it to the corner. Play back out to the point, and Wyatt Wilderman's got to go back in his own zone and get it. Just under a minute left on the power play. No score. 12:20 left here in the second. Wilderman gets around one man, gets to Malcolmson. Malcolmson shovels it in. Chad Larson moves it along. Now Tucker. Tucker back to Larson. Puck bouncing around. Going to come back out. Wilderman's going to pick it up. Wilderman tries to put a shot on. That doesn't go. Here's Chad Larson. Larson, shot, save, rebound. We got a broken stick on the ice. Puck comes loose. Going to be held in at the point there. Scooped up. Trying to put a backhander. In net, they front, they score! It's Chad Larson on the power play. Arrowhead maybe got caught a little bit heading out of the zone.
Actually, I think it has more to do with that broken stick that you had mentioned. Number 29 for Arrowhead, Justin Paddock, broke his stick, and he was the one that was his man who scored the goal. He was trying to cover him, but he had no stick to get on him to lift his stick.
Once they got it down low, Bill, it looked like they just moved it around quickly. As you see there, backside, yeah, he had no stick.
Yep. He was the one supposed to be covering.
That's Chad Larson.
Covering Larson, and yeah, he had no stick to get on him to lift his, and he got a push on him, but that was all he could get as Larson scores the first goal.
Oh, power play goal.
Waukesha goal, number 19, Chad Larson. Assisted by number 59, Ian Malcolmson, and number 20, Kevin Broda.
Well, our favorite statistician, Jeff Rochon, assistant coach Arrowhead, that's one of the points your penalty killing and power play differential is one of the best indicators of a team's success.
Yep. Jeff's usually right on top of the numbers thing, and he's more than willing to share it with us, and we appreciate that. Makes us look smarter than what we really are. Arrowhead can't hold it in at the point. Now just cycle it back into the Waukesha zone. Wings able to clear it out. Back in behind Jenna Tempo. Puck comes near boards. Arrowhead trying to pick it up and come out. Waukesha send it back in. They got to regroup now. And coming up ice with it, this is Tarmala. Eli Tarmala tries to get a shot off. That doesn't go. Waukesha looks to regroup. They're able to clear it out of the zone. And Waukesha's got to watch Dylan Cox with it right now. Tarmala. Now Tarmala sends it in. That puck takes a funny bounce off the sideboards. Sent back in behind the Waukesha net. Larson turns it over. Gotta be careful there. And we'll come back out the other way. Into the offensive zone. Got a man trying to drive the net. Man gets taken down in front. That was Chad Larson who was taken down. Because I think it was Malcolmson couldn't get him the puck.
Yeah, almost a costly turnover by Garrett Larson down the
Right
Waukesha
there.
end.
Yeah.
Arrowhead guy managed to skate out front, but his shot was blocked. Somebody was covering for Larson.
Shot attempt by Tucker off the draw. That's knocked down. Malcolmson stays out there. That one's going to be covered up by Jenna Tempo. Shots 13-11. Waukesha now with the shot lead. You're figuring a lot of that also came on the power play, though. Off the draw, they win it back. Arrowhead in the offensive zone. Save me there on Malcolmson! And it's covered up. Wow. What a play there by Peter Genetempo.
Yeah, Malcolmson with a great opportunity on the rebound, and then Chad Larson with another opportunity after that. And Genetempo came up big.
Off the face-off, picked up by the Warhawks. They try to clear it out. Held in now, Chad Larson. Puck comes loose, Tarmala. Eli will push it up ice. Knock loose. Now Malcolmson gets around one man. Malcolmson looks towards the middle, tries to stay with it. Tries to center out front, picked up, comes back the other way. Here comes Arrowhead. Picking it up. This is Caleb Beversdorf. Beversdorf to the net. Shot goes high off the glass. These two fan bases are really getting into this game. Arrowhead back into the offensive zone. Another shot there. Larson gloves that one.
Yeah, Beversdorf had a man with him that was actually started out as a two-on-one. Beversdorf managed to get around his defenseman. Had a teammate over on the far side shot over the net rather than making the pass.
Face off in the Waukesha zone. Back in behind the Waukesha net. There, that's Isaiah Dietrich. Play it around. Goes back to Isaiah. Still loose. Waukesha able to clear it out now, and this is going to go slowly back into the zone. And icing's waved off in the Arrowhead zone. Now the puck comes loose. Break here for Waukesha, as the Arrowhead defenseman kind of gave up on it, thinking it was ice. Picked up now, cleared out. Now picked up Dietrich. Loose along the far side. Arrowhead holds it in at the point. Shot. Larson easily pushes that one off. 8:20 left here in the second. Waukesha up 1-0. Here comes Arrowhead coming back out the other way. This is Dylan Cox. Cox with speed through the neutral zone. Cox to the circle. Tries to center that one. Oh! Ends up in the net. Off a Waukesha defenseman. Almost steered that in his own net.
Yeah, I think that hit the post and bounced back out in front.
Dumped all the way back down, Jenna Temple. Wilderman with the big hit over there along the boards.
See if they give us a replay of that one up on the scoreboard here.
Wow.
Access the latest news,
There it is.
schedules, and results of all
Yes, I did hit the
WIAA
post.
tournaments by logging on to WIAA.
When you look at that, Bill, that went off Garrett Larson's pad and hit the post.
The official website of the WIAA. Get up-to-date information on tournament results.
Yeah, Arrowhead player down by the goal line, threw the puck out in front. It hit off, first it hit off of Chad Larson, hit off his skate, and then bounced off the goal line and hit the post. So, yeah,
Tournament action and to download up-to-date.
almost a costly mistake.
When you look at Arrowhead and all the red T-shirts and stuff they wore here today, of course, Arrowhead High School over in Heartland, they have a proud sports tradition. Always had good football teams coming out of there, and it's quite the facility they got over there.
In a large school, enrollment of 2,200.
Yep. Beautiful campus. Over into the corner. Waukesha trying to hold it in. Chop that still being held up along the boards. Right in front of the Waukesha bench, and that's cleared out. That's where Broda's going to go pick it up in his own zone. He's got a man on him immediately. Played up high in the air. Going to try to get a man to the puck quickly. And we got a penalty coming up on Arrowhead.
Tripping or interference, take your pick. There, right to the box.
29, Justin Paddock heads right to the box. I think Paddock panicked thinking he was going to get beat to the puck.
And interference is the call.
You know, referee has to make that call. Well, not really.
Much to the chagrin of the Arrowhead faithful.
Back out to the point, can't hold it in. And Wyatt Wilderman's got to pull it back out and reset. And dump back in to the Waukesha zone. Arrowhead sends a man down on the forecheck.
The Arrowhead penalty to number 29, Justin Paddock. 2-minute minor for interference.
2-minute minor for interference.
9:44.
Now Malcolmson into the offensive zone, far side. Back out to the point. Up top. Nice little stick handle move. That one just goes wide. Puck loose here near side. They try to dig it out along the boards. Picked up now, Broda. This one's going to be cleared out of the zone. He's getting enough of that one was Patrick Burgess. Waukesha re-enters the zone. Try to get that one back down. Shot. Oh, opportunity there by Wyatt Wilderman. gloved the puck, dropped it immediately, and tried to hurry up and swipe it past Jenna Temple, but Jenna Temple makes a very nice stop.
Yeah, backhand shot by Wilderman. He's just in a little bit too close.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they did not get the penalty up on the scoreboard, so there's about 59 seconds left of power play.
Arrowhead clears it all the way down. Maybe it's time to get a new scoreboard. Here comes Waukesha back into the offensive zone.
44 seconds remaining in the penalty.
And it's cleared back out. Broda's going to pick it up, surrounded by two Warhawks. Didn't get his pass all the way across.
Once again, penalty
Big
expires
hit far
at
side, picked up over there.
5:16.
Elbowing?
Tucker.
Elbowing. Elbowing call on Waukesha.
And it's going to be on Trenton Tucker. Arrowhead faithful stating the obvious. 5:45 left here in the second.
Well, they got that penalty up on the board.
Yep.
Got about 29 seconds left on the Arrowhead penalty.
So
And
Arrowhead
then they'll have a power play.
shots 18-14 favoring Waukesha.
The Waukesha
1-0
penalty
Waukesha
to number
lead.
12, Trenton Tucker, 2-minute minor for elbowing. Time of the penalty, 11:15.
Along the boards, sent back down, Wilderman.
The Arrowhead penalty will expire at 5:16.
So we got about 15 seconds of Arrowhead penalty. And then Arrowhead's going to be on the power play. Up ahead, chipped quickly into the Arrowhead zone. Nice play to chip that ahead. That was Ben
The
Sorge.
Arrowhead penalty is over.
Arrowhead now at full
Arrowhead is on
strength
the power play.
and on the power play. Here comes Jackson Carr, near side. Carr circling the net. Carr still able to hold it up. Gives it off to the point to Tormala. Tormala straight up top. Now gives it off near circle. Tormala wound up for the one-timer, blocked in front. Picked up Waukesha for the 2-on-1 if they want to hurry. They get into the offensive zone. Shot, save, rebound comes back out. And it's going to be covered up by Jenna Tempo.
I think that was one of those pass off the goalie's pads he was attempting for Waukesha. Benjamin Sorge wide on the right side, shot that one low, hoped to bounce it off the pad and to his teammate on the 2-on-1, but Jenna Temple did a nice job of smothering it.
Face off in the Arrowhead zone. Shot attempt there right off the face off. Malcolmson walked it in and got a shot off on Jenna Tempo. He covers. Now player falls down back behind the net for Arrowhead, but they're still able to clear it out of the zone, get it into the offensive zone. Can't clear it out. Waukesha now got to kill it off. 35 seconds left on the penalty. Shot, save, I believe. Arrowhead settles it down. Goal line extended. Try to walk out front. Bouncing puck. Doesn't go. Still hold it in near boards. Trying to get loose in the slot. Had a man wound up for a one-timer. Larson down on his knees. Didn't lose track of the puck. Still being held in at the point. 10 seconds left on the penalty. At the circle. Walk right in. Shot attempt there. Larson knocks it down. Still loose.
Full strength.
Both teams are at full strength. And it's cleared out. That shot goes wide to Larson. Crowd lets out a big roar. There's a big hit over there on one of the Warhawks handed out. And a second one laid out there on Chad Larson. Puck still in the Waukesha zone. Another big hit over there. And Waukesha able to get it out of his offenses, out of their own zone. Held in. This is Tucker. Now Larson tried to hold it in. This one comes out. Arrowhead's got too many men on the ice. They couldn't touch it. So Wyatt Wilderman regroups. Dump back in. Just under 3 minutes to go in the second. 1-0 Waukesha. Tucker gets it loose. Shot by Broda. Correction, that's Wilderman. 25 goes wide. Chad Larson trying to get off the ice. He's been out there forever. And puck's turned over at the Arrowhead blue line, but the Warhawks recover. Pick it up and come back the other way, and they're offsides. Tony Peterson was carrying the puck. And we got a timeout on the ice.
Visual image photography.
Look at that hit right there. Wow.
For the WIAA state tournament.
Here comes it. Oh,
Capture
yeah.
the once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Arrowhead definitely the
for
more
years to
physical
come.
of the
With
two teams here today.
finals action
Doing a lot of
and
banging
award
around there.
ceremony
Their
photographs.
student
Visit the
fan
VIP
base seems to like
website
that.
at VIPIS.com to browse and order photos. The website address is also provided. in
Second
your
game
ad.
coming up later on today.
Again, that website
After
is
this game, we got
VIPIS.com.
Bayport and Sun Prairie.
Bayport and Sun Prairie.
Play on Sports is the official
Bayport, one of the
WIAA tournament.
few teams, at the state tournament that had to play 4 games to get here.
Captured on DVD for
As
years
the number
to come.
6 seed in Section
These
5.
DVDs make great gifts for family
So they
and
beat the
friends.
number 11, they beat number 3, number 2, and number 1. That's pretty good.
Log on to
Yeah, I believe that was Green Bay United, Antigo, Notre Dame, and then Nina Hortonville, Menasha.
Nino Hortonville was a very good team this year, too. This one dumped back into the Waukesha zone. Correction, back into the Arrowhead zone. Waukesha on the prowl offensively. Picked up now. Arrowhead resets, clears it out. Get it back out to center ice. Can't do much more with it. Garrett Wilderman had it go off his skate as they were trying to get it. Here comes Arrowhead back into the offensive zone, sent right back out. Back into Waukesha zone. Knocked into the Arrowhead zone. 1:48 left here in the second. Once again, gets as far as center ice. They send it right back in. Arrowhead with the puck deep in their own zone. This is Tormala. Tormala plays it up ahead. This one goes a little bit too far. Past the defenseman who was trying to play that puck. It was Kirkeford. Now cleared out. Now comes back on the ice. Here's Malcolmson. Malcolmson tries to get that one to the net. Jenna Tempo makes a stop as Malcolmson was running out of ice room to get a shot off. Now as we look here, Jenna Tempo is going over to his bench. Well, it looks like another TV timeout with 1:10 left in the second.
Nearly 800 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized.
Shot 20-15, Waukesha with the lead. And on the scoreboard, they lead 1-0.
Underwritten by Marshfield.
As much as we criticize them, Bill, I think the officials in this game so far have done a really, really nice job.
Who criticizes them?
Exclusively online through the
Anybody who ever
WIAA
gets a chance to.
Deadline for nominations is March 10th. That's WIAA.
We'll get to see our favorite official in action tomorrow.
That's right.
She was supposed to be in action on Saturday, or they offered her the championship game on Saturday, but she had a school commitment and could not do the Saturday game.
Looking forward to seeing her. All right. 1:10 left in the second. Face-off, Arrowhead zone. Waukesha wins it straight back. Dietrich dumps it right back in behind the net. Try to center out front. Nobody there. Arrowhead able to pick it up. They come back out the other way with it. Quickly up ice. This is Schlensog. Schlensog along the boards. Near side here. Waukesha starting to take this puck back out of the zone, though. They get it to Malcolmson. Malcolmson looks at his options. Goes off the skate. Tries to center in front. Tucker couldn't handle it as he was tied up by a man. And here comes Arrowhead. Back into the offensive zone. Over into the near corner. And it's going to come back out. Malcolmson, near side. Nice job there by Termala to take him right off the puck. Held in. Dump back in behind the Arrowhead net. Termala tries to play it around near side. Picked up there. Got to dump that one back out to Jackson Carr. This one bouncing around. That one shoveled at by Larson. Got a penalty coming up. And this one's going to be
probably a hooking
Waukesha.
call.
How do we end up with 8:40 on the clock?
8.40
Okay.
seconds. They got a goofy clock here.
Got that covered. Okay. So Arrowhead will get 8 seconds of power play.
0.40.
The Waukesha penalty to number 13, Isaiah Dietrich. 2-minute
Shot
minor
there.
for hooking.
That one goes wide. And second period's
Whoa.
done.
Time of the penalty, 16:51.
And not sure what that was all about,
Dietrich
but
for hooking at 16:51.
referee's standing right there looking at it. So Dietrich goes off for hooking. Shots 20-16 favoring Waukesha. And Waukesha leads 1-0 after 2 periods as both teams will clear the ice, and we'll get set for a third period coming up here. WisconsinPrepHockey.net.
All right, so once again, we've determined that we cannot rely on the scoreboard for the actual shot totals, as what they announced for saves was in no way, shape, or form related to what they had up on the scoreboard. And then you have to do this.
Say hi to Tony Navarre, Brian Smith, and Cal Roadhouse when you come back.
We're back. So
Sounds good.
Say hi.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Cal Roadhouse. You know something about winning a few titles here, and I'm sure Cal would probably tell you, it's hard to get here. It's even harder to probably win here. It's a good time. It's a good time to get here. I mean, sectional is always a big achievement, but once you get here, I mean, pretty much everybody's good.
Yes.
And this year is no exception to that. This Classic 8 battle in the quarterfinals between Arrowhead and Waukesha has been exactly what I figured it would be.
Yeah, tight defensive. Both teams are good defensively and limiting the scoring opportunities. And both goaltenders taking care of business when the opportunities do arise. Just the one power play goal so far, and that Dell was taking pictures, had some good shots of that, and it shows the guy with the broken stick. I mean, the guy without a stick, not able to cover his man in front of the net. He was in position that he had a stick, he probably would have broken up that pass. But he didn't. It broke.
And probably one of those things where you hope he's got a warranty on that stick, because that thing was shattered. In second period, it's not like you can hurry up and get over to the bench. That's a long change, that period, too, of the defensive zone. So I like to say tough break, but Arrowhead's had some chances in this game. They've had some chances. Garrett Larson's been fantastic so far.
Yes, he's shown some very quick feet.
Officials coming back out on the ice. Right behind them is the Waukesha Wings. And you figure these two being from the Waukesha area
and Arrowhead, in the Heartland geographically where they're at, these guys probably know each other probably pretty good. And here come the Warhawks.
So look here at the third period about ready to begin, Bill. You look at the size of the crowd when the two next teams to play with their overflow crowd got a pretty nice contingency here. Not Minnesota-like, but
no. Oh yeah, Sun Prairie crowd starting to show up in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
That would make the Bayport in the far corner. And the officials staring at something on the ice.
And these two teams just want to get this third period going. No, usually if they have a problem with the ice, they'll bring somebody from the staff here at the Coliseum and have them patch it up and, get back to business. But
I don't know, maybe they're being paid by the hour.
No.
We'll go for a little water on it.
A little bit of fun over there on the far side. And we're underway here in the third period. Arrowhead coming to our vantage point here in the third period. Here's Tarmala with the puck as they are on the power play.
Oh, that's right.
Minute 38 left on the power play now. Get things back going here. Beversdorf with it. Shot. Knocked down in front. Save made. Beversdorf from the circle. Beversdorf starts to walk. Shot. Knocked down again. Comes back out to Tarmala. Shot in front. Oh, nice kick save there by Garrett Larson.
I don't think he saw that one until just before it got to him.
I think you're right, Bill. Here's Beversdorf again. Shot. Knocked down in front. Still being held on to by Arrowhead. Come back here to the circle. Here's Caleb Beversdorf to give it off. Battle going on in front. Arrowhead still able to hold the zone. Comes over here into the corner. This is Caleb Beversdorf. 40 seconds left on the penalty. Puck turned over. This is Trenton Tucker. He's going to send that one all the way down on net. Jackson Carr into the end boards. Try to wrap it around out front. Battle going on to the puck. Wilderman tries to get there. Picked up now. Arrowhead with it. Schlinsog. Play back out, far point. Here's Tarmala. Whiffs on the shot. Comes back here to the circle. Shot, save, rebound, comes back out. Goes back out to Tarmala. Time winding down on the penalty.
The penalty is over. Both teams
Here's Akers.
at full strength.
Akers. Trying to go around. He falls down. And it's cleared out. Arrowhead has a correction. Waukesha is man above front of the play. That's Malcolmson. Malcolmson dishes it off nicely. The puck way down in the far end. And it comes back out. Waukesha tries to clear it out, and they do. Arrowhead is offside, and we'll have a face-off coming up.
Yeah, when the penalty expired, the Waukesha skater, Isaiah Dietrich, went straight to the bench, and Malcolmson hopped out and was standing right in front of his bench. The puck just took a little bit too long to get to him. He was behind the Arrowhead defense.
Off the face-off, it comes back to the Arrowhead blue line. Warhawks pick it up, try to get it towards the front. That's knocked down. Rung around the boards here near side. Shot attempt there, gets knocked down. This is Connor Kruk trying to work it out. Arrowhead takes it all the way out of the zone, got to send it all the way back and in. Puck cut off, try to center. Kruk couldn't find anybody there. And up ahead, here's Malcolmson one-on-one. Malcolmson to the net, shot taken there. That one's deflected out of play. And you can bet Arrowhead will take that shot from him all day long. Because, boy, there just isn't anything there. You know, Ian Malcolmson, when you look at him, Bill, he's not that big.
No.
He's just got
They have him listed at 5'9" and 165, and that sounds about right.
He's got a great skill set, and he's just smart. Off the face-off, still being controlled, comes out of the zone now. Waukesha's got to dump it right back in. That's glove down. Warhawks will pick it up. They look to send it back in. That goes over Garrett Larson's head and goes back over into the corner. Tarmala quickly on the rush. Oh, that's not Tarmala. Tried to center in front, had a man loose. That was Burgess who got a whiff at it but didn't get it. Knocked down. Back in the offensive zone. Here's Wilderman. Wilderman tries to center. Puck scoots through the crease. Back into the offensive zone. Here's Beversdorf on the drive. Taken away. Tried to center out front. Knocked to the corner. Beversdorf hits off the side of the net. Puck dances along the dasher. Wilderman. Arrowhead's got to be careful again. They almost got caught with too many again. That puck, when it came all the way through, Bill, almost hit some skates as they were on the change. Now Carr in his own zone, tries to get it around man. It's cut off. Try to get that puck to the net and glove there nicely by Jenna Tempo.
Nice feed from the corner by Malcolmson. Out into the slot.
Face off back in the Arrowhead zone. Malcolmson and Carr once again on the draw. This puck's going to go all the way down into the Waukesha zone. Waukesha defenseman's got Carr all over him. Puck picked up. Waukesha's going to pick it up and clear it out. And here they come. Trying a shot there. That one goes wide. Far board to get it back over to the circle. Shot attempt there goes wide. Rebound just goes wide. Oh, over into the far corner. Waukesha with some opportunities. Trying to hold it in the zone won't happen, and Broda's got to pick it up. Broda now has a defender all over him. Pushed all the way back into his zone. Tucker gave it off. Malcolmson. This puck played away. Now pushed aside there. Played around the boards. Arrowhead able to hold it in. Send it back down low. Try to center towards the front. That was Schlintzog again. We come back out the other way. Here comes Malcolmson. Malcolmson with some speed, got some defenders. Shot knocked down. And it's going to come all the way back around into the Warhawk zone. The Wings zone. Back into the Wings zone again. Poked away. Still being dug for over far corner. Puck now put up airborne, glove down. Wings able to try to get it towards the offensive zone, but that one goes wide. Now over here along the boards. Arrowhead able to hold it in. Shot attempt there, knocked down by Larson. Far side. Goes back over here in the near corner. Arrowhead going for a change. Waukesha quickly to the puck. Going to try to stretch play up ahead. They get into the offensive zone with Wilderman. They try to get it towards the front. Bouncing puck. Oh, just misses the net. Waukesha had what they wanted, Bill. They ran a nice stretch play. And
yeah, nice feed to Benjamin Sorgi on the far side. He deflected the pass, but just up and a little bit wide of the net.
Puck knocked down. Got a Warhawk player. That's Garrett Wilderman, number 15, hobbled it a little bit. We'll go into the corner, though. It's still in the Arrowhead zone. Exactly 10 minutes left here in the third. Waukesha up 1-0. Picked up, sent right back in behind the Arrowhead net. Arrowhead now starting to put the man out on the backside. Waukesha first to get to the puck. Try to play it up ahead. It's going to go past Wyatt Wilderman, and it's going to be icing, and it's going to come back into the Waukesha zone.
A little saucer pass stayed airborne a little bit too long. Waukesha unable to knock it down, so it goes for icing.
In an initiative to promote the benefits of high school sports. Our WIAA play.
If I remember right off the top of my head, these two teams were top 5 teams on our last poll.
Yeah, they have been most, well, they were top 10 most of the season.
Yeah, but these guys, I think, even made it to the 5. I know Waukesha, I don't have it here in front of me, I know they went as high as 3. I think Arrowhead did as well.
I think Arrowhead finished up at 3.
To share your story,
is that right?
use the hashtag
Top 10, Arrowhead 3. Waukesha
Face-off upcoming in the Waukesha zone. Malcolmson and Carr again. Up ahead. It's going all the way back into the Arrowhead zone. Going over near boards. 9:20 left here in the third.
Really?
Waukesha holding on to a 1-goal lead. 1-0.
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Waukesha 3, Arrowhead 4. That was our final ranking.
Puck comes back out. This one sent in. Jenna Tempo gloves it. Was going to drop it and got a quick whistle. And forcing a face-off in his own zone. 8:55 left here in the third. You know, I don't know if Waukesha, Arrowhead has like a skilled player like Malcolmson. Arrowhead just works hard to get the puck to the net, and they're strong kids. Their lines work very, very hard. 2019, that had some skill, especially that top line. My goodness. Run around the boards. Held up there. Comes here into the Waukesha zone. Try to dig it out. Arrowhead first to the puck. Peterson kicks it along. Wings able to clear it out of the zone to get it ahead to Wilderman. Wilderman gets the blue line, looks across ice for brother Garrett. Garrett tries to get it back down low to his brother. Now Malcolmson avoids a big hit there. And we come back the other way. Sent in there. Garrett Larson pushes that to the corner. Now up ahead. Races onto the puck. Larson tries to win that race. Arrowhead defense quickly back there to get to that one. This one's going to go back into the Waukesha zone. Wings will pick it up, look to regroup. Up ahead, try to get it to Malcolmson. He's met there by a defender. Malcolmson hard into the boards. Malcolmson didn't play in the sectional semi game that they won 3-2 over KMMO due to concussion protocol, but was able to play in the sectional final game. Puck turned over in front. Larson with a save. Rebound comes back out. And it's in. Arrowhead has just tied the game with 7:15 left in the third.
A costly mistake, a turnover. Waukesha defenseman tried sending the puck out of the zone. Intercepted by Arrowhead right in the slot. Put the shot on, and then Larson unable to corral it. The puck kind of...
Yeah, the goal is under review.
Bounced around and eventually ended up in the net.
Goal is under review. We shall see. It's not posted yet. Well, Wyatt Wilderman out there with the referee. Out there with Jack Schlensog. Well, Malcolmson comes out there. And they're not going to put this one up on the scoreboard. Not in a very long review. As the referee has already rendered his decision. He comes out and he skates center ice. It's a goal. We're all even at 1, 7:15 to go. Okay, here's the look from top, Bill. Right there. Larson was stretched out, but man, what a costly turnover.
The Arrowhead goal scored by number 23, Caleb Biebersdorf.
Beaversdorf unassisted.
Beaversdorf unassisted at 9:45.
All right, next goal might win this game. We're all even at 1. 7 minutes exactly left here in the third. Puck in the Arrowhead zone. Warhawks pick it up and come back out. Broda tries to clear that one away. Jackson Carr comes in on the forecheck. Puck comes loose in front. Knocked away. Tormala, big shot. That save made. Shot attempt there, missed. Carr has it jump over his stick. Now picked up. We come back the other way. Here's Wyatt Wilderman. Wilderman's going to dump that one in. And here comes Arrowhead back to the offensive zone. Tormala sends a wing skater flying. Try to get that centered out front in the Arrowhead zone. Goes back in behind the Arrowhead net. Can't hold it in at the point. This puck's poked away. Here come the Warhawks back the other way. One-on-one defensive move. Nice move there. Shot goes wide. That was Beaversdorf again. Here comes Malcolmson. Malcolmson's got the defense chasing him. Malcolmson to the net. Shot misses. Now both teams now have had chances. This one's going to go all the way down. Icing's waved off. Arrowhead with the puck in their own zone. Puck turned over. Shot attempt there. Save made. And held on to.
Yeah, Beaversdorf with the mini breakaway. Looked like a one-on-one.
Here it is again, Bill.
The defenseman got back, and Beavers did a nice job of walking around the defenseman. But Garrett Larson held his position, waited for Beaversdorf to make a move, and blocked the shot.
He beat Isaiah Dietrich on that. That's what a senior does to a sophomore. Puck still loose in the Arrowhead zone. This Classic 8 battle is going to go right down to the wire, it looks like, and maybe more. Puck cleared out. Arrowhead's going to dump it in. Back over into the corner. Back here in the Waukesha end. Picked up now. Larson clears it out. Chip quickly back out of the zone. Scrum 4 along the near boards. And now picked up. Jackson Carr. Shot attempt there. That one goes wide. Worked for it over in front of the Waukesha bench. Things Arrowhead's done defensively, Bill, they haven't given Waukesha that opportunity to have that breakaway opportunity in this game. Here comes Arrowhead back into the zone. Shot, save made there by Larson. Held up over far boards. Still deep in the Waukesha zone. Wings able to poke it loose. Here's Dietrich. Dietrich trying to get it away from a defender. Try to center back out front. Nice little move put on there. Held on to by Arrowhead. Shot attempt comes through. That one knocked down in front, slips wide of the net. Bill, as I'm watching here, Waukesha starting to show signs of being tired. This puck goes back out to the red line. Waukesha slow with the line change. Arrowhead's already got it up to the blue line. They get in over the line. Held in, set back in deep. Now here's Kevin Broda. Get it into the offensive zone. Try to get it back to Malcolmson. That won't work. And Broda will play it up the wall. Arrowhead on the entry into the zone. Two wing defenders. We're waiting there. Malcolmson now picks it up far side. Malcolmson's going to try to beat the defender. He beats the defenseman, tries to get the puck to the net, taken down. And he went a tumbling. Shot. That one's pushed aside there by Larson. Cycle back around. Malcolmson tries to get over to the point. Can't do it. Arrowhead showing great puck movement here. Shot. Knocked down. Save. Rebound comes back out near the side of the net. Wraparound opportunity through the crease. Nobody can get there, and it clears the zone. Now back into the Waukesha zone. 2:15 left here in the third. All even at 1. Up ahead. Lead pass goes a little bit too far. Arrowhead defense so good. Recycles and gets it back into the offensive zone. Shot, save, rebound comes back out. Larson watches that one skid wide. As Arrowhead had a trailer on the play. Got it up towards the middle of the ice. Nice play there by Wyatt Wilderman to clear it out. Every possession critical now. Pass goes a little bit too far and Waukesha's offside. 1:40 left in the third.
Yeah, Arrowhead definitely feeling it now and taking control of this game, getting some good opportunities. Garrett Larson, his defenseman helping out as he was not able to get hold of that puck, but his defenseman made sure that no Arrowhead player was able to get a stick on that puck either.
You see both those defenders down near the top of the circle, Bill, and that puck bounced out, straight out, and neither one of them could get a second shot in there as it cleared the zone.
And accomplishments associated with high school sports.
These guys, these two teams, you don't think between the two of these teams there's some bragging rights? You know, Garrett Larson's played extremely well, but one turnover cost him so far. TV timeout. Malcolmson and his line get back out on the ice. As we reset it, 1:40 left here in the third, all even at 1. This is Trenton Tucker. Tucker into the offensive zone. Tucker pushes that one wide. Malcolmson, far boards. Not there by a defender. Trying to take him off the puck. Silos it around. Shot attempt there. Knocked down. Rebound comes back out. Save made there by Jenna Tempo.
One of the few times that Waukesha has been able to establish themselves in the zone and get some good puck movement and get a shot from in the slot in the prime shooting area. Nice job of Jenna Tempo to smother that one in his chest and not allow a rebound because Waukesha was there.
Carr in on the face-off. Waukesha wins the draw again. Try to dump it back down low. Back in there. Malcolmson's down there along with a couple of Warhawk defenders. Now the Warhawks will pick up the puck and come back the other way. They get into the offensive zone. Little drop pass. Broken up there by Malcolmson. Nice play. Pokes that puck out of the zone. Tormala has to go back and get it.
A minute remaining in the third period.
Big hit put on over there. Arrowhead. Puck deep in their own zone. They got to pick it up. Forecheck pressure coming from Chad Larson. He hit Tormala a couple seconds ago, and Tormala didn't even move. Arrowhead with the puck. Shot attempt there, blocked by Broda. Went back around. Malcolmson gets it ahead. Here comes Chad Larson with it. Larson to the line. Larson now stick handling, just sends it back down low. Arrowhead will dump it in. They're going to go for a change now. 23 seconds left here in the third. Waukesha up ahead. Lead pass goes a little bit too far. This puck poked away. It's going to come all the way down, and Jenna Tempo is going to cover it. 13 seconds left here in the third, Bill, and Waukesha is going to get a critical face-off in the Arrowhead zone. Actually, I should say critical for both teams. Doesn't look like either team wants to use a timeout. Now they're kicking out Carr out of the center.
Yeah, Arrowhead took a little too long to decide who's going to be on the ice.
All right, puck wung around the boards, held in there by Broda. Broda chops at it, holds it in, goes back down low. Couldn't get it in front, centered in front. Oh, that one just goes wide. Time winding down this one, and we're going to overtime.
Well, this sets a bad precedent for the tournament, overtime in our first game.
Sets a bad precedent in the way, Bill, that, would be in the first game of the day. You want this over with quick because you don't want to play any longer than you have to.
Well, I mean, the way these teams are playing defense, this could take a while for somebody to score another goal. So, okay, I thought they had switched to a different overtime format, but apparently not.
Saves in the period for Jenna Tempo of Arrowhead, 11 for a correction 12 for a 3-period total of 25. For Larson of Waukesha, 5.
That's backwards.
Total of correction 3 for a 3-period total of 26.
Yeah, 3 saves for Larson in that period. That's what they're saying. That's what they're trying to make us believe, that Garrett Larson for Waukesha had 3 saves in that period. He was right down here in the corner in front of us, and it seemed like the puck was down here an awful lot.
Yeah, it was down there an awful lot, and Arrowhead late in that third period really had some nice pressure in the offensive zone. Larson had to come up big a couple times. He had to come up big on Beavers' Dorse breakaway.
He did. So it looks like a lot of the fans for the next game have already settled in here, and the arena is filling up fairly well.
Bonus hockey for them.
Do we get overtime pay for doing this now?
Hey, you hold the checkbook. As it is in high school sports, one of these big contingencies is going to go home disappointed, but this game has all the makings of a classic, Bill. Look down there, the Bayport skaters watching.
They're saying that we should be out there warming up right now.
There's the buzzer. We're going to get started with overtime here in a moment.
As soon as they decide how many minutes to put on the clock, don't drop it yet. They don't have the clock ready. Yes, Mr. Brown, you're supposed to check with the goalies and then check with the timekeeper, make sure everything is set.
Somebody you know?
Yeah, Jim Brown from Wausau.
8 minutes up on the clock. And there will be no shootout in this game, Bill. They just play and play and play. Malcolmson coming out of the corner with the puck. He gets dumped on the backside. Now Waukesha's got to go back and touch it up. Arrowhead picks it up. They look to break it up ahead. Lead pass goes a little bit too far. I think after we play 8 minutes, if this game is still not decided, I believe we make ice. Am I wrong?
I think they will flood after this one if there is no score.
Puck back out to the point. Get it back out to center ice, where it's picked up by Eli Tormala. And this one's going to come in, and Garrett Larson's going to hold on to that one.
And the goaltenders have switched ends, so this is like the second period where the
Second period of the
defensive
second
zone
period.
is, a long way from their own bench. Tough for line changes.
It is 5 aside. And face off in the Waukesha zone. And Waukesha didn't win it. I mean, when they had Malcolmson out there, they won a lot. But this time, though, it's Arrowhead winning this draw. Arrowhead able to hold it in. Now cleared out. This one's going to go all the way down. This may be icing on Waukesha. It will be.
It was Connor Akers on the faceoff there.
Face-off coming up in the Waukesha end. And the Warhawks win it. Back down behind the Waukesha net. Comes over near side. Comes out to Tormala. Tormala sends it all the way back into the zone. Try to recycle. This puck takes a bounce off a seam in the boards. Waukesha able to pick it up though. And it's backhanded deep into the zone. Here comes Tormala, goes back to get it. Draws a man to him. Puck loose. Malcolmson tried to hold it in. That one's backhanded in. Off the boards. That one takes a funny bounce. And cleared back out. Now turned over. Try to go through traffic in front. Jackson Carr to the net. That one knocked away. Defenseman gambled a little bit there, Bill.
Yeah, nice recovery by Douglas Kirkhofer there. As the Arrowhead managed to get that puck in front of the net, Kirkhofer came in late and took the puck away, knocked the puck into the corner. Looked like Arrowhead was going to get a good scoring opportunity.
Waukesha, not many seniors on this roster into the offensive zone, but boy, the ones they have do have talent. Play back out on the far side. We got a whistle, nets off. Face-off's going to come out of the zone.
1, 2. They have 3 seniors. Garrett Wilderman, number 15, is a freshman.
#21 is Shepard. He's a senior. And back up we go the other way. Puck goes a little bit too far. Tormala able to poke it out of the zone. What's your thoughts on Eli Tormala so far?
He's a good defenseman. Moves the puck well.
Don't see him get beat very often. This one cleared out. Tormala's going to pick it up again. Going to pop fly this one over the net. Arrowhead's offside, can't do anything with it. So this pass goes a little bit too far. Tormala sends it right back in, gets it to Carr. Tormala picks it up again. Playing tennis between the the blue lines there, Bill. Go back and forth, back and forth. Now we go back into the Waukesha zone. Warhawks trying to dig it out. 4.5 left here in overtime. Or should I say the first overtime? It is offsides on Arrowhead. Off the face-off. Malcolmson wins it forward. Correction, there's Wyatt Wilderman won it forward. Wilderman did take this draw, and Malcolmson's usually the one who's taken almost all the draws for Waukesha today. Face-off in the Arrowhead zone.
Garrett Wilderman took that draw. Now Wyatt Wilderman tries to center out front. That one took a bounce. It hit off.
Not sure what Jenna Temple was trying to do on that one. He backhanded that shot. It wasn't a shot, it was just a pass up front. He backhanded it into his own leg pad and then had to drop down and smother it.
Wyatt Wilderman on the draw. Sent back in. This one takes a funny bounce off a seam and comes back out front. You know, Bill, usually they put these boards up the last couple of years. They put them up just before the state tournament. But these boards have been up the last couple of years. They've been up since September, October. So basically what I'm saying is they've taken a beating. And the puck's been taking some funny bounces off of it. Try to center back out front, loose. Try to get it back in front, they score! Waukesha wins this game.
Wyatt Wilderman to Benjamin Sorgi. Wilderman on the face-off circle on the left. Made a nice pass to Sorgi on the back door, who just tapped it in behind Jenna Temple.
And for the Arrowhead Warhawks, after so much hard work in the third period to get it tied, it's heartbreak right there. Boy, they worked hard. Now the two teams will meet at center ice, shake hands. Larson and Jenna Tempo. So our final score is Waukesha 2, Arrowhead 1. As you heard Bergler say, it was a pretty goal to win it. No funny bounce or anything to that one.
No. You win the draw, get the puck to Wilderman. Nice feed on the back door.
There it is again, Bill, right there. Pow. Wyatt and Garrett Wilderman with assists. Waukesha moves on to play the winner of Bayport and Sun Prairie. Those two teams will play here shortly. And that's going to do it for our broadcast. I'll tell you what a game. Hope you enjoyed listening to it.
Yes, and if Sun Prairie should happen to win this second game, you'll get to hear us again tomorrow night.
Lucky them.
Lucky you, yeah.
Okay, 2-1, Waukesha, final in overtime. They win.